So, guys, I'm back again and I have news. Well, today is actually the first day where I jotted down all my points. I don't want to be all over the place and not organized, but that's not going to be excuse for us not to, dabble into tangents once and now and then. I've started again. So, let's get to today's stories. I made the ask. I asked publicly, yeah, our stores to make the payment for the banner. So I went to our WhatsApp group with all our stores and I texted that, oh, we have this banner plan, and if you're interested and you want your your store to be on the banner, then pay 3,000. And two people have paid already, and seven more people showed interest. So this seems like a promising result because considering I just did it yesterday, right? And I told them that we want to do the banner on Tuesday. Tomorrow. That's Tuesday. I just told them that in terms of so that just to indicate some kind of urgency to the thing, so that they don't just sit down and just think that it's a forever project. I want us to move as fast as possible. So two people have paid, seven more people have showed interest, and for now I think we are going to go ahead with the plan. Okay. Definitely, we're going to go ahead with the plan regardless, but I'm saying it's kind of more promising now, and it shows that people are actually interested. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead. That is that for that, and there's nothing much more to say in terms of that. I'm just going to wait for everybody to pay up, and then I meet the fog. We process the banner and we paste. Okay, now this thing that has been bothering me a bit, and that is that, in fact, I'm just thinking about it in retrospect. When it was happening, I didn't really think about it that way, but I'm going to share the story with you now. What is endless.com for? Okay, endless.com is a broad project. There's no, it's, if you ask me that, I would say it's for everything, because there's no one thing that endless.com is for. Right? There are delivery platforms, or there are online platforms that gives that focuses on maybe food delivery. I think that's like the most popular. But endless, there's food delivery in endless. There's platform that consider or that do grocery shopping. There's grocery shopping on endless.com. There are platforms that sell books. There's book selling on endless.com. There are platforms that consider only buyers, and like, okay, let me start with that. There are platforms like Bumper and Shopify that consider only the seller, right? They provide all these tools for the seller, so they focus more on the seller. Endless.com has that. There are platforms like Gigi that mostly get customers for sellers. They don't really consider seller that much. It's just the buyer, the customer. A person that buys on Gigi is not the customer of the store on Gigi, it's the customer of Gigi. So, because Gigi is like a marketplace, there's that in endless.com. So, I don't really know. I had this issue, which is back then, like 2 months or 1 month ago. I didn't know what to focus my energy on. I was contemplating, should I focus on, I don't know what to niche down on. Should I focus on getting stores to sign up on endless.com as much as possible without pursuing buyers? Or should I pursue buyers and get them to come and buy on endless.com so that the customers will be motivated as a result? Should I do that? Should I, okay, if I'm pushing customers, should I focus on selling books? Should I focus on selling clothes? Should I focus on selling gadgets? What should I focus on selling to get the customers? Or should I just come and say I'm selling everything? So it's difficult for me to niche down on one thing that people know, oh, this is the, and that's why it has been difficult for me to get customers. And even some of my friends, right, that, oh, they know endless, but they see endless as this gigantic thing, not something that is actionable, not something that they can use, because it's like I am all over the place. And I figured out that that's a problem. Yeah, I'm admitting it actually, because yeah. So I was asking myself the other day that, wait, I have all these, a few friends, why aren't they patronizing endless.com? So let me turn around and focus on that, right? Let me get endless.com to solve the problems of the people that are close to me, get them to pay for, and then before I broadcast, I'm focused on the whole world. You understand what I'm trying to say? So here's my plan. I interviewed one of my friends that we go to the gym together, Najib, right? And I told him we're passing through the market, Samaru market here. So it kind of, and then we passed through a shop that I went that sells groceries on endless.com. So as we passed, I was not like, Najib, is there any time when you feel like coming to the market but don't want to? And in such times, if there was a solution, if there was a software that you can use to just order your groceries and just have to pay for delivery and then the groceries, of course, would you use that software? He was like, whoa, yes, I'll use it. In fact, me that I'm suffering from this, I don't want to come to the market. In fact, he even told me that he doesn't like coming to the market, so he doesn't come. And there's one of the yaros in his area that comes and gets their groceries list and then goes to the market to buy the groceries for them. And then he told me that the boy has not come for the past like 3 days, and he's been wanting to come to the market but has not been able to because he doesn't want to. But the boy has not come. So if there was that software, you could just easily use it. I'm like, wow. And this is another thing. Najib is my guy, but he doesn't even know about Endless. He doesn't even know I have something called Endless.com. That's like my problem, honestly. I need to do a better job in telling more people that I know about Endless. How can someone I know not know about Endless, right? It's not supposed to happen. So that was when I started explaining Endless.com to him. And I told him that he could do that on Endless. And I told him that, and I showed him on my phone that, see the grocery store that we have. You can just add everything to cart and just pay, and then it will be delivered to your house. I explained to him, he was like, it's a mad idea. He even suggested something. That way, food is another thing that, not only him, even him and the guys in their apartment, in his house, struggle to, get. They don't want to go out. They want to be in their house and food will be delivered to them. And so, here's what I concluded. Let me even tell you one more thing. I interviewed another person. Okay, the interview with Najib went well. I felt really like, wow, so the Endless has this kind of utility for people. I interviewed my friend Alamin, right? And he also said the same thing, that because he stays far away from school, he stays at Silver. It's one place far away from school. So if he wants to buy food from his favorite restaurant, he has to take keke, come to school, then trek from school gates to like Shinkafi Elite or go to Everyday to buy food and then have to go back home. So imagine time and stress and money too, because he has to pay for transport. And he was like, if there was the software, he would use it. And I told, but Alamin knows about Endless, right? But he doesn't know that Endless can do that. So it's my issue actually. It's my problem, and I'm aiming to solve that. Yeah. Okay. So I interviewed 2 people, and they showed they showed that they are willing to use it. So here's what I did now. I went back to our stores that sell food on endless.com. Actually, just a side story. I have not met any restaurant and told them about Endless. I just created one store on my own, and I put food there, and I put prices and all, because I know, so that anybody that buys will just go and get it for them and then take it to them. But then no one has bought because I haven't advertised it. So my issue. So I went back to the restaurant store and I updated all the prices and everything, and I added some things so that it would be standard. And then I sent the link to Alamin and I sent the link to Najib. And I told them that, okay, now you can order. But then there's one more thing that I want to talk about, and that is delivery. We are an online store creation platform, and we process all these orders, but we don't have any part for delivery, right? Mostly when we have an order, I'm the one that does the delivery, right? And again, mostly only because I have stores that I created and put on Endless too. Because it's like I watched Reddit documentary, and when Reddit started, now I'm going to stories. But I mean, you should be used to it by now. But Reddit story, right? Reddit is this platform where you can post. I don't know. You should be familiar with Reddit. Now, so Reddit, when the founders created Reddit, right? Nobody was using it. So then it was them that were now posting, like social media thing. So they are posting every day consistently before they got really users. And then one day they just woke up and saw that people were like posting also, people were commenting, people were liking, people were using Reddit. But initially it was them that were posting. So I took that in the beginning of Endless, where I would just create a store and put, okay, maybe just name the store. I name a store Prosperity Store. Okay, so I'm in one group that they send products, clothes. Then any product they send, I'll just repost it there on Prosperity Store. I have this giant, like with over 200 products. Then there's one for books that also just posted. Then there's one also for, there's this restaurant on. There were a couple of them that I was just one posting before one day meet. So I just realized that people have started posting. Yeah. But people are not many stores are posting consistently like that. But hope to change that in the future. That is definitely going to change, inshallah, in the future. Okay. So that's by the way. So, but again, I was getting to this point. When people buy on Endless, they buy from those my stores that I created. So I'll just be sitting and I'll just see an order and I'll be like, oh, this is from Prosperity Store. So I would be the one to not have to go and get the product and then deliver to the person, right? No store on Endless has actually really gotten customers for the unique store. All the orders that we have on Endless are from this store that I created by myself. But I'm sure that there's some stores that they chat with the person and then they get their WhatsApp contact and then they just go on WhatsApp and they process the order offline out of Endless, and that's totally fine. But for someone to actually buy on Endless, add to cart and proceed to check out and buy on Endless, it has been through my stores. And even some people reach out to me that want to go offline, and I'm like, okay, fine. I just give them my WhatsApp. Or see, I'm not going to go into that story. It's a whole lot story on its own. But what I do is that I use Fuad and myself. So we'll just share it. Like I will be like, I'm the endless representative, and then Fuad will be like, he's the owner of the store, right? So that the person will be chatting with me as representative of Endless, and then they'll be chatting with Fuad as the owner of the store. That's by the way. So that's how we've been running Endless. But back to the initial story that set off all this, which is delivery, right? How can we be an online thing without having a delivery section? We don't have a delivery system, and we're supposed to. And here's why. Even if our stores that we have, even if we had imagine we had a delivery system, our stores at least have something to use. They have a utility for Endless. Even if Endless doesn't process their orders, but delivery is something that is needed around by almost everybody. So imagine someone that sells clothes, for example. I'm sure if you were to ask them, oh, you bought this clothes from me, instead of you to come and pick up, I have this delivery person that you can just give 200 to when he comes to deliver for you. Everybody in their right mind will say yes. I would say yes. And so that's the thing. Now, I want to have that delivery thing in Endless. And even with my friends, Najib and Alamin, if they buy their food, we don't have a delivery system, we don't have a delivery thing. I'll have to be the one that will go to the restaurant, get the thing, and deliver to my friends. So now, which leads me to my next point, and that is to ask what to do to solve this delivery dilemma. Okay, I have something interesting to say here. I thought that since I have pizzeria, let me just go and discuss with him. So this morning I went to pizzeria. I went to have breakfast actually. Their wine is very sweet. I like it. It's very sweet. The soup is nice. The wine is nice. I swear, and it's very cheap. So I went to pizzeria this morning to have that wine that I crave. Then after the wine, my stomach was full. I went in to discuss with him. Then I asked him. I told him my idea of having delivery. Then he was like, "Oh yes, that for sure." Him too. He has been wondering about it. He even discussed with somebody that Endless is supposed to have a delivery idea. Imagine that, right? So now I was like, okay, fine. Then he told me, he offered a suggestion actually that he has a delivery person because it's a restaurant, right? And people order. So he has a delivery person, but he said the delivery person has been giving him problems. He said he has a bike. He has this dispatch box that delivery people put at the back of their machine here. He even brought it to me and I saw it. He has this too. He also have the bike man. But he said the bike man, he complained that the bike man gives him issues and so we can just get another bike man. So that's like a delivery process right there. We have the bike. Pizzeria has the bike. He has the box. And we just need a bike man. And once that happens, that's all. Right? We have one. We can start with one. We have one delivery person. And that's totally fine. That's perfect. That's the importance, guys, of having people. Let me say something. I've been running Endless as a one-man job since a long time ago. At some moment I had Fuad, which it helped, but that's enough. My skills and Fuad's skills are not very different, so it's like we're not complementary to each other. Even if we are two, we're just like one and half because we offer just support and everything, but our skills are kind of not diverse enough. But guy, see, if you have a business or if you have something like Endless, a startup that you are thinking is going to go big, I do not recommend doing everything alone. It's difficult. It is very, very difficult. In fact, you can't even do it. It's like, imagine I don't have Pizzeria. Imagine I don't have Da Fog. All this progress that we've made, we would not have made them at all. I'll just be by myself trying to conduct. See, the banner idea came from Da Fog and Pizzeria, not me. My phone is ringing. Walaikum salam. Hajiya Firdausi, lafiya kalau ya kike? Lafiya kalau. Lafiya kalau, alhamdulillah. Kina ina ne haka, ina jin hayaniya. Okay. To, ya class din dai. Yau. Okay, a hawa matsala, kake da mu. Amin. Aha, to. Kike na Allah ba da sa'a, ki karatu sosai kin jiya. To. Sai an jima. Amin, yawwa. Okay, guys. I'm sorry for that. Now I'm interrupted and I don't know where I stopped. Oh yes, I remember now. Okay. Try and have people with diverse skills with you try and have people with diverse skills so that your skills can complement each other and you can move faster, right? It's difficult handling it alone or two people that with less diverse skills. But I think now I'm on the right track since I have these two people, Dafogan and Pizzeria, and I can talk to both of them depending on what I need and the idea for me. So very, very, very good thing. So that's our delivery plan. This is just the fruit of it, because our next step now, I asked Pizzeria, the next step is to get Endless flyer and put it, because the dispatch box has Pizzeria all around. So we'll just find and we'll just put Endless on it, or maybe Endless on some of our stores, and put it on it and just give it that Endless look. And it's totally. And then what I want to do is also this. I want to reach out to our stores and interview them, or just ask them their delivery problems, so that I will know what to plan on. I have this idea from Lean Startup book that I read. Love that book. I've not gone far in it still, but it's like I'm getting value for every part I read, which is the idea of experimentation. Not just bring something to the market, just experiment with it. And then first of all, it's interview, then give out an MVP, then see people's response to it and reiterate and make it better. So that's what I want to do. I want to first ask like 10 people their delivery problems. Once I do that, then I'm just going to reach out. Once I do that, then I'm just going to implement it in a small scale, and then as we deliver, as we do it, then we'll make it better. And then once we make it better and standardize it, then we'll push it to everybody. So now, here's what I want to do. I'm guessing, I'm hypothesizing that they're going to have delivery issues. Maybe they'll have their own bike man. So I'll have to convince them. I'll have to find a way to convince them to use Endless Bike instead of their own bike. Maybe to just put an incentive. I'm going to figure that out. And so once they start, even if they don't use Endless to sell, but once they have their customer, they can use Endless delivery to process their order. That's one way they'll be using Endless, right? Understand what I'm trying to say? So that's my plan. Now, back to the Najib and Alamin issue with the food. First of all, who is going to handle the delivery for these ones? Because it's like you want to start calling bike man for it's going to be more expensive if it's going to be bike man. And one idea just came to my head now, but I'm going to process it later. But I want to have another separate delivery aspect, which is of normal individuals, normal random people. Not random, but like normal people. Not a delivery person with helmet and bike, and no, just normal people that will just, for short distances, that will just walk up to a store, get the product, and just go walk up to another to the customer and just hand it to them. That's like cheaper to spend. If you want to call the delivery guy 500, 1000, but if you want to do this one, 100 naira, 200. I want to also start with one trusted person that will be delivering food to my friends that order. Here's my plan. Before I find the person, I want to start the delivery. So Alamin orders something. He has not ordered yet, but if he orders, I'll just take it to him, right? I might just lie that I don't know what to do. I might not lie. I'll just tell him that, guy, I don't have any delivery person. He's my friend. I don't need to lie anything. But it's like weird seeing the CEO or the one running the stuff doing delivery. But it's not weird at all. It's not weird. But fine. I'm going to start the delivery thing. So I'm going to go to, and I mean, deliver to him if he orders, and then I'm just going to go to Najib to if he orders, and I'll just deliver. So, but then I'll do that for like a few times. Then as I'm doing that, I'm going to be looking around for a trusted person that can do that work of seeing the order, or me reaching out to them that there's an order, them going to a restaurant, getting the food, then delivering to the person. I want to do that low scale, and just see how it goes, right? And just experiment and make it better as it is. And that's going to be the seeds that will give birth to, I've not named it yet, but student delivery, where within school and even within Samaru, any student that wants to earn some extra income might just register with Endless and just do this work for us. Maybe small things, buying and selling of small things. When someone buys a small thing on Endless, that someone can just short distance and small thing that doesn't need dispatch rider. Someone can just walk up to a store, get the thing, go to the person's house or hostel or apartment, deliver to that person, and then the customer is just going to settle the delivery person with like 200 or 300, as the case might be. So this is what I want to start working on. So the grand delivery and this mediocre, not mediocre, the grand delivery and this, what's the word? Oh, small delivery. Small delivery. They're going to go hand in hand, right? And so that's my plan. One more thing. 25 minutes. Oh. Today is 29th of July. Ooh, there's something I need to do. Good God. Back to this. I'm back on Twitter. I forced myself to go back on Twitter because I want to be more active on Twitter. I want to be more active in social media in general, but I want to start with Twitter. So here's my plan. I'm just going to control my inputs. I don't care about outputs. I don't care how many people react or see. I just want to remain consistent. Consistency on Twitter has been a big issue for me. I've resumed tweeting many times now. So it's like I'll take a break, I'll not tweet for like a long time, then I'll resume. Today, tomorrow, 3 days, I'll stop again. Then I take a long time, I come back again, like that. It's difficult, honestly. But now I think I've found the thing. I'm going to be consistent now. And here's the trick I did, right? I gave myself something to tweet about. And that's why I'm going to continuously tweet. Because, okay, let me explain it again. I gave myself something to tweet about. And that thing happens every day. And so I have to tweet every day. What's that thing? That thing is new things that I learn. I watch podcasts. I read books. I learn a lot from my business and all. So every day I do that. So anytime I learn something new from my podcast I watch or from a book I read, that's what I want to tweet about. And if I were to do that, I'm going to tweet many times in a day. Yesterday I tweeted I opened 2 threads and I give at least I filled 3 to 4 tweets in every thread. So you see, today too, I've not done anything today, but definitely today this is just 2 or 4. I'm going to learn something new, definitely. Wait, I've learned something new today. Should I tweet about it? I don't want to restrict it to only podcasts and books. Any new thing I learn, I'll just tweet about it. Okay, I'm going to tweet about it once I'm done with this video. And I'm done with this video. So, I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out.